Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the call. My name is Dr. Kurt Bisnick. I'm up here in Fargo, North Dakota, and talking to you and the rest of the world. Wow, what an exciting year! I mean, can you believe it? Half the year has gone by, and things just keep getting better and better. We've seen some amazing growth with the team. I know Sisel has seen some amazing growth with the company, and everybody there at corporate is just super excited. I was kind of chatting a little bit with Tom Maurer Sr. the other day as I was down in Detroit working at the stem cell clinic, and just some exciting things. I know he's super excited to head down to Australia. And for those of you who aren't aware of the schedule, make sure and let me know or let somebody know, one of the leaders down there, and we'll get you the schedule. You can go onto the Sisel blog and you can find it there as well. And you really want to try and get to the presentation in your area. If there's not a presentation in your area, try to get the closest one. And then really, try and get other people to go as well, because I think they'll hear the message and they really they'll find something about what they're hearing that they'll like, and it's a great time to get them introduced to what we're doing. So a little house cleaning before we get started here. I'm hearing a little bit of feedback in the background there. If somebody's got their microphone unmuted, let's see. I'm going to mute everybody out again. There we go. We got rid of that. And so we want to try and keep the call as clean as we can. So, if you're get on, if you're asked to speak, please try and keep the noise down to a minimum. But really, Tom is going there to Australia, and he's going there, to help all of you, to build some excitement. So, try and get the people that to attend the presentations. And what I'm doing is I'm throwing out a little bit of cash for everyone. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you're from anywhere in the world, the person that gets the most guests to the presentations in Australia, I've got a $250 cash award that I'll transfer US dollars to your e-wallet for the person that brings the most guests to these presentations. And it's not just, it doesn't have to be one, it can be all of them added together. So try and do that, and that'll help you build your team. And really, tonight, here we are. It's another Friday night here in North America. And I know I say that, and as soon as I say it's another evening, I realize that for half of you or a little more than half of you, it's actually morning. Good morning. And welcome to the Sisel World Team Training. It's a weekly update and business building call that we do each and every week. And tonight we have a guest speaker, Rene Ferguson from up in Canada. And really she's going to cover the topic of understanding the comp plan just a little bit more. And we're going to do this each and every month, the second week of the month. That's going to be our topic. The second week of the month is understanding the comp plan. And really, I think the underlying message should be, how do you earn your product for free? Because when people get started, the first thing they ask was, how much is it? And what if you could tell them, I'm going to show you how to get it for free? I mean, you just got to imagine what's going to be the look on their face, what's going to be their answer, what's going to be their comeback when you say that. And you tell them, before I leave, before we're done talking, remind me. If I haven't told you, remind me to show you how you get your products for free, right? And so that's what Rene's going to share with us tonight, and I guess this morning in Australia. So before we begin, like I said, this weekly call is designed to help you build your team, maybe answer some questions you have. Make sure and invite your team. Sometimes they just don't remember, and this is a volunteer army where, you know, you don't have to show up for work. And so sometimes what's easy to do is easy not to do. And so you want to make sure and remind your team that every week now, on Monday evening here in North America, Tuesday morning down in Australia, you're going to receive our weekly newsletter. This will come in your email. If you're a business partner, right? If you're a business partner, you get this on a weekly basis. If you're a customer, if you're a preferred customer, you'll only get the one on the first week of the month. And that one is going to be dedicated only to talking about products. And then we'll have links to different product testimonial calls and things like that. So it'll be geared only for those things, because that's what interests the customer. And we won't bog them down with things on business building. We won't invite them to events like this. So the only way they'll hear about an event like this, like tonight's call or Saturday morning's call, is if you invite them. So remember that. And then on that newsletter, you'll have access to a link that'll take you to my online appointment calendar. One of the things that some of the leaders and I decided that we're going to put together, or I put together, an online calendar. As a doctor, people always ask me, they say, hey, doc, I've got this, I've got that. Can you help me out? And sometimes I feel like they're scared to ask me. They're scared to take up my time because they feel like they can't. And so what I've done is I've created an online appointment calendar where everybody that's on the team will have a chance to access me and ask me business questions. And I know some of you have already called me and asked me questions. So it's there. It'll be on every newsletter. And then, you know, as far as like the scheduling and things like that, corporate and team schedule, I'm going to continue to send out Tom's schedule with the newsletter. And you can also, like I said, you can find that on the blog. He's going to be in Australia. Then he's going to Japan. And then everybody should have already heard we've got Mauer Mountain coming up in July. You can earn points for it. I know that several of you have already earned enough points that it pays for. I mean, you could go and have the whole thing paid for, your hotel, everything. And so congratulations for all of you on that and your hard work and that. Next week, we're going to start trying to put together some team calls on how to build your business. We're going to do a step-by-step type of process. So we're going to show you, okay, here's what you do now. Here's what you do now. So you've got them interested. Here's what you do next. You've got them signed up. Here's what you do next. And we're actually going to help you by writing some scripts. We're going to write some letters for you, some form letters that you can use, and to help you make that work better. And we're going to do that. And then, you know, over the summer and over the fall here, I'm going to continue to try and do meetings across North America. And really, I don't have exact schedules yet. I've kind of got things worked out in my head where I'm going to be, but a lot of things sometimes change based on my parents' schedule, and I'm trying to take care of them, and then my boys, they got to come first too, so I got to work with them. So I'll let you know as I'm doing it. So hopefully you can bear with me there. And then my plan is to get back to Australia this next end of January, February again, and help everybody down there. And then really, I know that down in Australia, you guys are doing a great job of local opportunity presentations, and I think they're vital to building your business. And really, for anybody that wants to get started with something like that, just let us know, and we'll get you some presentation materials as far as like slides and what to do and what not to do, and we'll get you some scripts. We all make mistakes, so I guess, you know, what I'm going to try and tell you is learn from our mistakes, and then don't hesitate in asking, right? And as you learn, you're going to find that, man, once you do it, you're going to want to be on stage all the time. And so that's really how I look at it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mute myself out. I'm going to hand the microphone over to Rene Ferguson. Let me mute you, Rene, and I'm going to tell everybody a little bit about Rene here. Rene's been in the network marketing business in this arena for a long time. Hang on, I don't see her on my, there she is. Rene's been doing this for quite a few years and really, you know, helped a lot of people and she loves compensation plans. And there's just some compensation plans she won't work with. You know, maybe some good companies, but they have horrible compensation plans. And what she says is that her first two network marketing companies, they really were her learning curve. She learned some goods, some bads, and things like that. And then, you know, Rene's also the mother of two children and a grandchild, a grandson. And she was been working in the wellness industry, prevention, anti-aging, and she's a licensed esthetician. So Rene, I'm going to bring you on, and I'm going to mute myself out and let you take over, and then I'll jump back on in a little bit. I'll keep the line clean for you. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Thank you so much for that introduction. All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, whatever it is for you. Thank you for not saying how many years I've been in network marketing. It would really give my age away, Kurt. But yes, I have. This is not my first rodeo, and I've seen success. And yeah, it's some compensation plans, like Kurt said, that I just will not work with, regardless of the product that they have. But you're doing this as a business and you want to see success. And there are some compensation plans that I just don't think are doable. The one with Sisel, I think, is very doable. And now, especially with the Wealth Builder program, that is giving us an opportunity to be making money while you're still initially building. You know, which is huge. That's significant. We all want to get to that place where we're actually seeing some return to cover our monthly costs. Is great. It's a great idea. So that's what I focus on, and I've been able to move over, and our Canadian dollar is basically par with your US or your Australian dollar. So I know what that looks like. But my mindset was to come out of the gates running, run hard, build enough right from the get-go that you're paying for your products with your US income. And thus far, I've been able to do that. So that's what I like to get people. I like to strategize. I like to leverage. And so those are one of my focuses, regardless of how new a person is to the industry. Those are the kinds of things I do with my team. Here, that's it.
What do you see now?
Building a leveraged income.
Okay, I'll just have to go through them this way.
Okay, that's fine. So what do we mean by a leveraged income? Well, the example that I just mentioned about coming on board and getting to work and creating, because that's what we get to do in this industry, is create our income. So you're looking for business builders that are going to come in, do the business and be wealth builders. You're looking for preferred customers. So as you're doing that, you're leveraging off the fact that you're going to have enough US income to pay for your own products. And that should give you enough that you're buying more than just the basic. I guess at this point, I'm buying at least a couple of hundred, 200, 250 a month. So yes, there's three different types of income. You trade time for money, and that's basically a JOB, which I consider is just over broke. The passive residual, and we all like to get there once we've built a team, and so we're getting paid on our team members' efforts as well. And then leveraging, and I really try and leverage everything I do in my life. So again, the examples that I've given you previously, and we don't have to know the compensation plan in the old saying of how do you eat an elephant? Well, it's one bite at a time. So we don't need to panic and think, oh my gosh, I need to know everything about this compensation plan. I need to know everything about the products, or how can I talk to people? Please get that out of your mind if you're struggling with that, because you're just making it so much harder on yourself. So you can all read that when we're helping others get started in this business. You simply don't have to stress. The serious business builder partners will definitely look at the wealth builder, because why would they not? The bonuses are so generous. And again, one of the first steps I do is when your new person purchases that wealth builder package, they have 300 volume points. You need 1,000 to get to master. So what I like to do with them, and this does not take a full month, is leverage off the fact that they've got already 300 points in there of their own volume is used. There's no 50% rule at that time. And so they've only got 700 more points, and they can hit master their first month. That is a great goal. It builds the momentum. It creates their story. Wow, you came in and you got to the first rank, in your first month. In fact, your first week. How cool is that? And it's very doable. And then your goals, because you always have your goals, is to hang on to that rank as you go forward and build up to the next master builder of 2,500. So you've got momentum. You've got people in your organization consisting of other wealth builders and customers. So the importance of rank and advancements, yes, you're just going to get paid more. You're going to get paid more in depth. As you can see here, first coming in as a distributor. I mean, of course, the 7% is very lucrative. The compensation plan I just have come off of is a unilevel, but it only gives 7% on, well, it drops down to about 1% on some of the levels, where with us at Sisel, it's 7% clear through to 7 tiers. So that is hugely lucrative in itself. So they're going down from distributor with 3 levels, master, master builder, 1 star, and 2 star, right down to the full 7 levels. Of course, that takes time, because as you build and somebody that you've brought in has somebody that's taking you to the second, and so forth. That rank advancement bonus is also very lucrative, because when they hit master, the first month that they reach that, they're going to get that $50 bonus. So there in itself, part of creating their story, but that's huge for them, going to enable them to purchase product. And then with Master Builder, it's $125. And that's a one-time bonus. And they've changed that to make that easier for us. At one time, not that long ago, you had to hold that rank for 3 months. Well, for those 2 levels, now the first time you hold that, you are there and you get that bonus. So again, the company's been very generous, and they want us to succeed. Again, as you go up, there's the lifestyle bonuses, the matching check bonuses. That all comes into play, and that's all part 2 of that wealth builder. Like, that is such a lucrative add-on to what we have already with the compensation plan. You can take that to next slide. Please, Kurt. Okay, as I've said, the Sisel compensation plan is hugely lucrative. I really do believe this is the best compensation plan in the marketplace. And earning from 8 different ways. Again, you don't have to know all this. There's some excellent videos there. Just pop that on for somebody. Again, you're getting that third-party credibility, because you aren't just sitting there rambling on and their eyes glaze over. Just give them one of those videos. And, if they have specific questions, always ask them that. You can certainly get somebody, even cross leg. I'm certainly here and available to answer any questions if I can be of help to anybody. So don't hesitate with that. And one thing that Kurt has pointed out here, to qualify for all bonuses, it's, as you go up in ranks, it's only going up to 300 VP monthly. And boy, I just love every product that I've tried, and I can't wait to be in a position where I'm needing to purchase more. And so again, it's only 300 PV. And as you build, you're going to qualify for all the bonuses. So that's not a lot. And keep in mind that our qualifying purchases, that is 100% tax write-off. So, that shouldn't hold you back, because again, we need those business write-offs. And you will want your income to go up, well, again, accordingly. Okay, now, how to earn that free product. As Curtis pointed out, we can cover this topic strictly using the 7% commission. And so, again, if you're wanting to spend on $300 a month on product, you want to be earning that. So again, just to do some simple math here, let's take this in little steps. You earn that 7% commission on all the purchases made by your team, and that's the one that is paid out on the 14th of the month. Okay, so 300 times 7%, $21 is what you would earn on each purchase. So looking at the numbers there, 14 team members making the same purchase would be enough for you to pay for your $300 purchase of your own products that you want. So breaking it down even more for simplicity, find 3 people that want to earn free product. And this is one way of talking about to the wealth builders, keeping in mind that initial investment. If they put skin in the game, I like the fact that there's an entry fee with Sisel. Is if you're going to build, they're going to be more committed. They're making that commitment. They're buying the wellness pack, the wealth builder pack. So we can talk to them about what this looks like in numbers, find 3 people that want to earn their product, and help those 3 find 3. Now you're up to 9. Help those 9 find 3. Now you're at 27. Now you got 39 people in your team. So, and you found 3 of those people. But you've leveraged, and again, that keyword leverage, and there's a lot of strategy that we're discussing now to be doing this in the business. And that's where I really get excited with the leveraging and strategy. You find 9 more team members, and there's the math for you. Leverage those 9 to find 27 more. And now you're earning the 21 times the 39, which is the $800 US. So we've just brought this up to what if you found 5, and that growth is exponential. So the numbers just increase. Finding 5 is going to bring you to 25. When those 5 find their 5 and find 25, and remember, it's not you doing all this work. You're having 125 team members, and so the total team now is 155. Look at the income. I mean, $32.55 a month. That is sweet. The number I look at when I'm talking to people is $500, because it's not a scary number. Most people can get their head around $500. So would $500 change your life? It might be a car payment. It might be helping a student get to college. It might mean, helping you with your groceries or even your mortgage. So when you can look at the work we've done here, and it comes to $3,200, $32.55, if you're looking at it specifically, and you only found 5 people of that equation. So I think that's doable for everyone. And it's done in small steps. Keep that in. Don't get overwhelmed. And right, that's just the commission. It does not even include your monthly bonuses. And with the Wealth Builder Pack, those bonuses are hugely lucrative. Facts do tell and stories sell. Although I use that word, you use the word sell there, I don't sell product. When anybody says that, and I think coming into this industry, a lot of people have to have that paradigm shift, and they have to get the word sell out of their vocabulary and out of their mind. Nobody likes to be sold anything. Even if you need a new pair of shoes and you go into a store and somebody tries to sell you something, get your back up. I mean, it certainly does me. But if you are just given the best customer service, you are going to buy a pair of those shoes in every color they got. And that's just human nature, because nobody likes to be sold. I don't sell when I have a new customer come in and purchase I had a new customer come in today. I didn't sell him anything. I popped him into the page. He's been getting information there, and I've been answering his questions. So I have given him very good customer service. Excuse me. Don't depend on hopes and prayers. And we say that people do what you do. So what do you want your business to look like? You be active every month. I don't think any of us do this full time, because we can have the lifestyle even before we're making the big coin, the big money. Qualify yourself, then help your team qualify. I am not working this business 9 to 5. I'm not in this industry to have to work like that. So I have time freedom now. But when I work, and this stands for everybody, if you're doing this full-time or part-time, your productivity is the key. You've still got your goals in place. You're writing things down. The last week of the month, my intention is to have everything wrapped up. And I'm already in that last week. I'm focusing my goals on next month's strategy and working that. So, help your team qualify. This is a numbers business. So we've got an amazing tracker tool in the back office. And because the business is a numbers business, our volume does not reflect until we put in our own order. And then you can go to that page where your bonus bin is, and there's beside there, it'll come automatically once your volume's in. So somebody that you aren't even aware of has purchased, they got a new customer, they got a new wealth builder, that volume immediately indicates on your page, and it's telling you, okay, you're going for master builder at 2,500 this month. And as those orders come in, that number reduces. So you see at any time how much more volume you need to attain that. So again, it only makes sense to put your order in the beginning of the month, because the new month is the start of a new month and you want to keep on top of it. So again, the best is to order as early in the month as you can. And indeed, there's no free lunch. Network marketing, it's a great industry. It's gotten a lot of bad rep, which is unfortunate, but you can see why it's gotten that way, and we want to be able to know our product. I think the best product that Sisel has is the business. So I look at that, like I say, as being one of the products. There's always some learning. I think even if somebody is a seasoned networker, they're coming into a new company, a new business, things are a little bit different. They look at that compensation plan the first time, and even though they may have that knowledge, their eyes glaze over. So we're always going to be wanting to look after our teammates. And this is a people business. Absolutely. you want to be the example where, as Kurt's got written here, would you buy from you? Yeah, I would. I think I give myself the best customer service. But yeah, and the compensation plan as you go, you don't want to, I mean, you're going to learn it, and then you're going to have little epiphanies of, oh, when it happens to you and see it, whether it be your check coming in or whatever, and then you're going to have that aha moment of, oh, I see how that works now. Okay. You know, and that's going to take you on to the next step. But you never have to feel alone, because there's always somebody you can reach out to on the team. Now, Kurt's got our own Facebook page. There's always questions you can ask there, and somebody will reach out and answer them for you. And again, do not feel you have to know everything about each product. You know, Doc is my best resource. If I have a question, I may know what product that person possibly would need or what I recommend, but I always say, you know what, let me run that by Doc. And what it does is gives that third party credibility, not only to his professional status, but then somebody else is just like, well, how would Rene know? How would Rene know about that, you know, or about that product? So use your upline, use your team to, and definitely even the cross line. I mean, so often I have reached out to Katie, and she's always positive. She's always there for me. She always gets back to me quickly and whatnot. And I so appreciate her for that. So yeah, just we're here to help everybody. We want everybody to succeed, as the company wants us to succeed as well. Leave the driving to us, indeed. So just some other important leverage ideas. I mean, you leverage your own business. Talks to your tax planner. What I've found is maybe people don't understand the benefits that we have. I know Canada is especially set up for home-based businesses. And when I've asked people, you know, what do you write off? In a lot of cases, I don't feel that they understand all the benefits. So you're definitely going to want to go to a tax planner. I go to a tax specialist. So he's more than just an accountant. That probably costs me $300 and something a year, which is a tax write-off. So why would I not go to him? Everything, cell phones, computers, anything are 100% write-off. They usually take measurements for, say, a room size, and then calculate that accordingly to what percentage of all your utilities, your mortgage, everything like that. You can certainly submit. I get 60% for my vehicle. That's what they've deemed. They don't want to raise any red flags. So they said, we'll keep it at 60%. So when I go down to the States to visit my daughter, I keep my mileage. Anything I buy for food down there, I submit. And anytime I'm driving around here, I mean, parking, anything like that, I submit for, towards my business. I have a landscaper come in through the spring and summer months. I write that off. When I buy, I've just planted plants for the summer in my barrels and everything else. I submit all of that, because this is a place of business. Not that I have customers come to my home, but it's simple. I go to the hairdresser faithfully every 6 weeks. I write that off. I write my gym membership off. So if any of these things tweak with you and you think, oh my gosh, I never thought of that, make sure that you inquire with your tax specialist that you should be able to be writing that off. And that too, like the fact that we get to write off our monthly qualifying, we need to be a product of the product. So my understanding, at least it's never come back to me, I may be at a certain level of my qualifying, let's say is 100 VP. I might buy 200. I still write that off. I need to be a product of the product. There's also one thing too that I had mentioned to Kurt, and I don't know if any of you can, if this can be to your advantage. And it might be because I pay for my products with my US commissions. And what I found, because we have heavy taxation here in Canada, we have PST and GST, and those aren't charged to me. The shipping's a bit high, but again, that's 100% write-off, but I don't pay PST or GST. And like I say, I don't know if that's because I'm paying with it in US dollars, but that's a savings in itself. So any of you have a look at that, that might help you as well.
Well, Rene, thanks for sharing all this important information and your excitement about the comp plan. I know every month you and I talk, and you're talking about how, you know, really kind of your philosophy is, and I want people to understand this, that your philosophy is, if you're coming into business, the only way to do the business is by coming in at doing what? Well,
you come in as a wealth builder.
Exactly, right? Because if you're serious about your business, the wealth build doesn't cost money, it makes money, right?
Well, that's right. And how I perceived this, when I first came in last October and understood, you know, the new compensation plan was just rolling in, what my perception was, and there's a couple of reasons I saw this, if they weren't wanting everybody to be the wealth builder, they would have migrated and grandfathered everybody that was already on the database, other than, of course, preferred customers. So how I see this, there is nobody on my database other than preferred customers and wealth builders. And if you're a wealth builder, if you've given me that commitment and you're on my team, then yes, I will hold you accountable, just as I expect Doc to hold me accountable. And I do, like I say, okay, what is your volume for the month? Is there anything else on paper to come in this month? Because we're always wanting to see where we need to maybe add something to, if somebody's close to a level. What are your goals? You know, and that should be on paper every month. Where can we get you? What do you want this month to look like? And we've, you know what, we've all got life happening. So when I hear, well, I've got this and I've got this, and you know what, I've had brutal internet and email issues for 3 months now, that it's just, but I keep going forward, and that's all that counts. So, you know, we've all got life happening, but if this is important as it should be, it needs to be right up there with all the other top priorities that we have in our life. And yeah, I'm going forward, and I'm always asking for, okay, what are your numbers this month? What do you want this to look like? What have you got on paper? And then as the month comes to an end, again, before that last week, I'm wrapping things up to go forward. So yeah, I treat it like a business, I guess, is the main thing.
That's exactly what you should do. And you know, and when you ask people where they want to be, what's their goals, the nice thing about it is that you know how hard to push them. If I tell you, hey, I only want to make $500 a month, you know, you really don't have to push me too hard once you get me to that level, because I'm already at the goal. So then you can move on to your next person. You say, hey, you know, Bob, how much do you want to make this month? And you know, where do you want to be? And now you know how much to push him. So it's really, you know, as I'm listening to you, I'm seeing these things. I'm hearing you say that really people will tell you where they want to be. They'll tell you how much you want to put, they want you to push them, and then it just makes your job easy, right?
Yeah. Well, we know the numbers again. So a wealth builder, we know that's going to give us 300 point volume VP. So again, does that seem unrealistic? It doesn't to me. If we say, okay, this is what we can do, we only need 700 more points. I mean, you should have your list. You've always got your list of people you're talking to. Qualify them. What you aren't going to want to do is bring people in the hopes that one day they'll see the business. Because what you're going to do, and I think this is what the company was trying to clean up, because we all know the horror stories of people with databases of people in positions they should never have been put into. You know, we'll use the example of just the plain distributor before the wealth builder pack came in. And then everybody says, well, you know, I got an organization of this size, but I'm not making any money. Yeah, well, and you give false expectation, or, you know, you give the wrong energy. If you brought somebody in, you said, yeah, I'm going to put you in as a distributor, because that's going to give you the lowest price, and they have no intention of doing the business. And so you've got this hope attitude that, yeah, one day they're going to do it. And then you're pushing them because they're receiving all the information as if they're going to do the business. They have no intention, and all it's going to do is piss them off. Plus, when I say to people, you know, preferred customer, there is no monthly or no monthly obligation. You do not have to be on auto ship. You do not get an annual renewal. People like that. What do you mean? I can just
They don't get hit with the newsletter on a weekly basis either now, right?
That's right. That's right. I think that's really important. We have to be very clear in what we're looking for, who we're looking for, and what we're offering them. You know, down the road, if somebody says, you know, these products are amazing, I know so many people, talk to the business, because you're talking then about the business, because you've got clear expectations of what they need to do, you know. But otherwise, if they're just not going to be a business builder, then, you know what, enjoy the products, be a preferred customer.
There you go. Well, Rene, I know we're at the bottom of the hour. We actually went over by 15 minutes. You know, just to close out, any quick last minute comment that people can remember, and then tell us what your plan is for next month.
My plan for next month is to, well, of course, to all help my team as much as possible. And I am needing more customers. I want to help more people. I love these products. I've been impressed more and more as I learn about these products and experience them myself. I just think we have the best line of products in the industry. They're all very unique. You know, they're not your average run-of-the-mill line of vitamins. So I think we're very, very blessed to have what we do. And it's always going forward, taking another bite out of that elephant to see where I can go. Because, of course, I want to get to 1 star as soon as possible. So that's my main goal.
You bet. Well, and I know, Rene, we're going to talk about consistency in building your business next month as well. So, you know, that's kind of on the calendar for July.
Yeah.
So, thank you for taking the time and being on the call with us tonight. And Katie, I'm going to hand it over to you and let you close out the call.
Okay, thanks everyone for joining the call this weekend. I hope you got something valuable out of that. I sure did. Rene, that was absolutely fantastic. I love hearing you talk and sharing your ideas, and really gets people thinking, and there's so much value. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.